Hello America, this is Keith, your friendly neighborhood technician, coming at you with some more wonderful information. Today we're going to show you how to manually drain your front load Samsung washer for whatever reason. We're going to start out here with, you see there's water in my tub here. Okay, we're going to assume I've done all the other silly stuff up here. It's not draining, okay? I'm going to show you how to take care of that so you can actually drain it to get all the stuff out. And there's a thing called a lint trap, dirt trap, hair trap, whatever you want to call it, that's in there that you should check on a regular basis if you have animals that shit. Okay, so if you come down here, you pop it open, and if you look down here, it'll actually show you what you're looking for, the little trap down there. Okay, you don't want to take that off until you actually know what it is. And when you first get it, it's empty. It's a good time to play with it, but since we didn't, we're going to show you how now. Pop it open. Okay, now you're going to see two things. You're going to see a hose, and you're going to see a bigger one. If I were to open this right now, all that water is going to come rushing out. It's going to make a big ass mess. Fortunately, I have a drain here, so I'm not too all fire worried about that, but you probably don't have a floor drain really close to your washer. So if that's the case, what you want to do is you want to take this cap off this hose. This hose is the lowest point of the whole unit, so it will drain all of the water out. Okay, so what you do is you take it and you kind of spin it, and you can spin it off. Okay, I would squeeze it so you don't actually start shooting water at you right away. Just make sure you're squeezing the tube, and it, you know, it's kind of fun, but you gotta pull it. Now see, water's not coming out because I have it squeezed. Now I let it go, my water is going to drain. If you look in here, the speed at which it's draining, you're really not going to see it draw slowly, but it is coming out of the water. Now, this here, don't do this unless you've got to drain really close, because it will go everywhere. This should be hand tight. You should not have to use tools. You should not have to use wrenches, nothing like that. You should be able to twist it, okay, with your fingers. If you can't, you have a problem. I wouldn't go any farther, because if you get it off, you may never ever get it back on, and it may never seat right. Then you have a bigger problem. We're going to let it go a little faster so we can actually get to this. Now I'm going to do this slowly, and like I said, you're going to see it come out. And what happens is, if I just pull this out, see how fast water comes out? That's what will happen at your house if you just pull this out. You do not want to do this. You want to let this do its job. It takes more time, but it's not going to flood anything. You've probably got anywhere from 1 to 3 gallons of water. If you can see water in your window, you probably got 4 to 5 gallons of water. You do not want to let that just run all over the floor. So listen, make sure you use your little drain hose or drain here, okay?
Keith, is this the same on all front load laundry units?
For all of Samsung, yes. LG has their design, GE has their design, Whirlpool, some do, some don't, but for Samsung front load washers, this is the common design, okay? It may look a little different, it may be a little different color, depending on the year, make, and model, but for the most part, this is the design for a front load Samsung washer, okay? Now, if by chance one of your this is in the bottom, you might have a little water left there, but it's not actually in the system anymore. If you ever have that work, just roll a little bit and let the holes take care of it. They'll actually drain out, okay? Like I said, this may take 3 minutes, it may take 5 minutes, depending on how much water in there, and depending on what your filter looks like. For the sake of expediency, in that I have a floor drain, and like I said, you can have anywhere from 3 to 5 gallons of water in there. So like I said, you want to be careful not just to rip this thing open, okay? Like I said, that's a whole lot of water coming out. And now, this is the trap I'm talking about. The water comes in here, and then goes out this way to the drain. So it'll flood in here. All of your dog hair, your lint, whatever you might have is going to get stuck in here. If by chance you leave change in your pants, it's going to get caught in here. The more this is clogged, the slower it's going to drain. Okay, so you want to do this, I would say, every couple of 3 to 4 months. If you have pets, maybe a little more, but at least once a year minimum. Take this out, check it, clean it, and then put it back in, because it will keep your drain running the way it's supposed to. The more this is clogged, the harder your drain works, the better chance you have a drain going out on you. Now, when you put it back in, like I said, this rubber seal right here is what actually seals so the water won't come out. Okay, so you put it back in, and this is all by fingertip. Okay, you should be able to do it to where it stops, and then once you're done, like I said, put this back in. Okay, like I said, you can see the little notches and ridges that actually seed this so it won't leak, and you work it all the way to the top. Don't stop halfway, don't stop a quarter way, go all the way to the top like it's supposed to. And if you can see up here, there's a little notch up here that this goes on. And then basically just put that back up there, tighten this up, and close that. Okay, now, if you did pull the drain out before it was empty, you may have a little bit of water leak because water goes all into the bottom here and out the sides. You want to be careful. Wipe it up, clean it up. Don't just assume it's not seated right. But still, if you got a question, take it out, put it back in, check it. Make sure it's there, nice and tight, good and solid. And then you should be able to drain your stuff again. Like I said, this is a front load Samsung specific. Okay, so don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Come back for some more wonderful information next week. Have a good day.